Hello, my friends. How are you doing today? I'm back again with another video on reading, and our today's topic would be the economic importance of coral reefs. The question types are true, false, not givens, 1 to 7, and 8 to 13 are blanks, no more than 2 words. That means in this particular reading passage, I would be sharing strategies to handle true, false, not givens, and the fill-ups. I think I have already shared this strategy with you in my other video as well on reading. However, I don't mind to repeat it that for true, false, not given, you have to take care of just a couple of things to make sure that you get the correct answer every time. The first part is true, and for true, the statement has to be exactly same in the passage. The same verb, the same nouns, the same object, it has to be there in the paragraph. If it is there, the answer has to be true. If the question is in a negative tone, it has to be there in the negative tone in the paragraph as well. If it is in the positive tone, it has to be there in the positive tone in the paragraph. So in these two conditions, the answer has to be true always. However, if the information contradicts, for example, it goes positive in the question and it goes negative in the paragraph, or vice versa, in that case, the answer goes false. While if you remain unable to find the entire information in the paragraph, for example, the noun is missing, the verb is missing, the adjective is missing, and in that case, on half information basis, you cannot say anything on your own. By the time you would be putting your common sense behind, you be doing it wrong. Otherwise, the answer would definitely be not given. Let's begin with the very first question of the day and read the question. I always ensure that you read as less as possible because my main motive is to help you in handling the tasks in 20 minutes. Because most of the students facing the difficulty of not being able to complete the task in 20 minutes time. However, by following my strategies, you could complete it even in 15 minutes or even in lesser time. Let's go ahead and check out the very first question, and it says, in most places, coral reef gleaning is normally carried out by men. So this is the question. So the keyword is coral reef, gleaning, and by men. So here it says it's carried out by men. If the paragraph would be saying that it's normally done by the men, answer would be true. If it says women are doing this thing, then the answer would go false. However, if the information will not be available, we will put it not given. So what we are looking for, the keywords would be coral reef, gleaning, and men. Right in the second paragraph, we could see the word gleaning, and we have to read the statement, the complete statement from full stop to full stop. It says, reef flats and shallow reef lagoons are accessible on foot without the need for a boat, and so allows women, children, and the elderly to engage directly in manual harvesting of reef gleaning. So here it says the gleaning work is carried out by men. However, here it says this work is done by men, women, children, elderly, and everyone. So what would be your answer? Perfect. So the correct answer should be false. Look at the question number 2. Involvement in coral reef based occupations raises the status of women. So women's status raises because of coral reef based occupation. So let's see what statement in the paragraph goes by this information so that we can figure out our answer. We should rather be looking for women because that's the keyword we need to look for, or status can also be another one. And here it says, so in the paragraph, we got this information. In coral reef fishery, the physical accessibility of the reef opens up opportunities for direct participation by women and consequently increase their independence and the importance of their role in the community. So what would be your answer? Perfect. So if you try to match the few of the keywords, it says that coral reef erase their status of women. If we even go by the very simple and the easy words, raise goes with increase. For women, there is women, and for what you say status, it says importance of their role. So everything perfectly matches, so the answer has to be true. Let's get on to the next question. It says coral reefs provide valuable learning opportunities for young children. Now the keyword is young children. Learning opportunity. Let's go ahead and continue. One by one, you'll be getting all the questions. Answers are rarely presented randomly if it is true, false, not given type of questions. In the very next statement, you could read something related to children, and let's see what it says. It also provides a place for children to play and to acquire important skills and knowledge for later in life. I think it's enough, because we got the keyword children and we got the keyword important skills and knowledge, and here it says coral reefs provide valuable learning opportunity for young children, and the answer once again is true. Very good. Question number 4. The women of Ulithi Atoll have some control over how fish catches are shared out. Must inform you that you must be having all the vocabulary related to natural world handy before you go ahead for this exam. It's a very important word to remember. It's simply the amount of fishes fishermen catches. So here it says these particular women have some control, and this is our keyword as well. If we don't find this, we just simply put it not given. However, I could see something like this given in this paragraph. It never takes too long to trace out such strange word, as I could see it in very next paragraph. Here it says, in the Western Pacific, women have a distinct role and right in the distribution of fish catches. So could you relate few of the keywords? Yes, it says Ulithi Atoll is there, women there, role is there, have some control, and here it says they have the right, so it's one and the same thing. And fish catches, here the catches, so everything goes out. So the answer is true. Moving on to question number 5. Boats for the use by the inhabitants of Ulithi are constructed on Yap Island. So this is a very tricky question to understand. We are talking about the boats that these people are using, and it says a particular place, Yap Island, where they are constructed. So if they are constructed particularly there, the answer would be true. If they are constructed somewhere else, the answer would be false. If I could not figure out this information that where these boats are constructed, the answer would go not given. Let's figure out if we could find this particular keyword, which is Yap Island, because the entire answer is based on it, because the question is totally based on this particular keyword. And in the very next statement, I could read something about it. This is because the canoes made from mahogany logs from nearby Yap Island are obtained through the exchange of clothes made by the women of Ulithi. So if you could understand the statement given in the paragraph, it simply says it happens because of the canoes. Canoes, you can take it as a keyword, as a synonym for the boats. They are the type of boats made from mahogany logs from nearby. So it's not where they are constructed, it's about the logs, means the wood that's needed for the construction of the canoes. It is obtained from Yap Island. Right. I hope you got the correct answer with you now, because it is not going with what the question is saying. It's not about the construction, because this is, I wanted to tell you that the object, the subject and the verb, all three things has to be placed in the paragraph as well. Though there is a boat, there is Yap Island, but construction of the boats is missing. So this is what I wanted to tell you, that the boat, which is a noun, is there. Yap Island, which is an object, is there. However, the construction, where they are constructed, it's missing. So the answer has to be not given. Moving on to question number 6. In coral reef fisheries, only male traders can apply for finance. Here I can give you a very simple trick as well. Whenever there are extreme words in the questions, for example, all, every, never. So here, for example, only, all these questions 99.99% have no or false as an answer. Let's check it out. What is the answer for this particular question? It says only men can apply for finance. Let's check out something related to this in the paragraph before we figure out our answer. Once again, in the next statement, you could read something about it. Small-scale reef fisheries support the involvement of local women traders, and their involvement can give them greater control over the household income and in negotiating for loans or credit. So if you are a student of IELTS, you must be familiar with the basic vocabulary. Here it's using the word finance, and here it's using the synonyms like loans or credit. We are talking about traders there, but we are talking about male traders, and here it says women traders, and you know what the answer is because it is contradicting, and the answer is false. Coral reefs provide a less constant source of income than near shore seas. So it's a comparison based question. Such questions are usually not given, and let's see if the information is there, then the answer would definitely be true or false. However, if you fail to make the comparison, in that case you always put not given as the answer. Here it says coral reef provide a less constant source of income than near shore. We just need to check it out if this is a less constant source or more constant source. If it is less constant, we will put true. If it is a more constant source of income, the answer would be false. However, if we fail to make the comparison, we would put not given as the answer. The next paragraph will help us to find the answer. The diversity of the coral reef fisheries, combined with their physical accessibility and the protection they provide against bad weather, make them relatively stable compared with other fisheries or land-based agricultural production. So if you want to read, you can read the entire paragraph as well. However, I simply go with the keywords only. I was looking for something like constant, and I got the synonym stable here, and it says make them relatively stable compared with other fisheries. It is obviously coral reef because the statements start with the coral reef, and here it says less constant. Here it says stable. That means answer has to be false. Very good. Let's go ahead and handle question number 8 to 13, and let's try to fill up these blanks. Coral reefs can provide what they can provide: a resource bank, for example, for keeping calms and for keeping clams and dash. I'm not able to understand anything because I don't know clams, but only thing that I know is coral reefs, they are a resource bank. That means something can be deposited, that's something that be kept. Let's go ahead and figure it out. The answers has to be in the next paragraph. So in the paragraph you could read something saying resource bank. So I could find resource bank, and now I have to find clams and another thing that I could use as my answer. I can see there in Manus, Papua New Guinea, giant clams are collected and held in walled enclosure on the reef until they are needed during periods of rough weather. In Palau Sea, cucumbers are seldom eaten during good weather in an effort to conserve their population for months during which rough weather prohibits good fishing. So what would be your answer? And you could see and, so your answer is health? No, it can never be your answer because and always connect same type of things. If it's an adverb, after the and there would be an adverb. It's a noun which is a plural, and in this blank also there you have to put a noun that has to be a plural, and the answer would be cucumbers or sea cucumbers, because these are the two things that these people deposit or keep in good weather so that or preserve in good weather so that later during the bad weather they could consume it. Let's move on and find the answer to question number 9. A seasonal backup when dash products are insufficient. Example, in northern Mozambique. I won't be reading too much until or unless I could find where northern Mozambique is there, and then I will read about a seasonal backup when dash products are insufficient. That means there is a dearth, there is a deficiency or lack of particular type of things. Mozambique is there in the very next paragraph, and let's read this paragraph. In northern Mozambique, reef harvests provide key source of food and cash when agricultural production is low. I think it's good enough to answer. Low goes with insufficient, and what is low? Agricultural production. So you already have the word product as well. When agricultural is the correct answer. Here it says no more than 2 words. However, if you're gonna put when agricultural production products are insufficient, still you will go wrong, because it would not grammatically make any sense if you put these 2 words together. So the answer would be only agricultural. Question number 10. A tourist attraction, example dash, tours in the Caribbean. So a comma says a tourist attraction, so it has turned into a tourist attraction. Example is dash tours in the Caribbean. So we are looking for an adjective. Tours is a noun because it has an s with it. So what type of tours? This is what we are looking for. So if you have the good understanding of the part of speech, you can never go wrong with the blanks. So I'm looking for a particular type of tours that people go on in the Caribbean, the tourists. So Caribbean is there. Tours based on scuba diving have attracted 20 million people in 1 year. So without any hesitation, the answer is scuba diving tours. And let's go ahead and deal the last few questions as well. Benefits for local people include, they, like the local people who are living in that area, they are benefited in 2 ways. One is the creation of jobs, and let's see what the other one is. Improvement to roads, and once again, roads is there. We could understand from that perspective, like in the area there is an improvement of roads. What other improvement can be? First check out if we could find the word roads. The upgrading of roads and communication. I don't think that you need to think twice before answering this. The answer is communications. Once again, you figured out that it is shun, T-I-O-N. All T-I-O-N words are the nouns, and this blank was looking for a noun with an S, and communications is the correct answer. Development must be based on appropriate principles. Whatever the development is there, it has to be based on appropriate principles. First is need for dash. There should be a need for something. Let's see what we need here. Jumping on to the last few lines of this particular paragraph, because I was looking for the word, the key word is need, and here I could see the word requirement. So read this full statement. There is growing recognition that sustainability is a key requirement as encompassed in small-scale ecotourism activities. For instance, need for sustainability, something that could be sustained for a long time. Lastly, poorly planned developments can create dash with the local fishers. Local fishers and poor planned development are the keywords, and it can create something. What it can create? We're looking for a noun here. I guess it should be in the last paragraph. So let's read the last paragraph, and it's just a couple of lines. Where tourism development has not been carefully planned and the needs and priorities of the local communities have not been properly recognized, conflict has sometime arisen between tourism and local small-scale fishers. So we got the local fishers, we got something not carefully planned. So what can create? Exactly. Conflicts has sometime arise and create. Both can be synonym in terms of verbs here, and the answer is absolutely poorly planned development can create conflict with local fishers. And that's it. That's the end of today's reading passage, and I hope you enjoyed learning reading with me and learn few basic strategies that you need to keep in mind while handling these two type of questions. I, Ramandeep Singh, say you goodbye, and I hope you will be doing better next time while dealing with reading, and I will catch you very shortly with more reading videos and other useful material related to Ielts. I say you goodbye now.